Jesus. I'm a red foot leaning on a souped up ship. I'm a good old boy, drinking whiskey and rye. But she carries me, my sins make me. Loves me like Jesus. All crazy in my dreams, for my broken wings. Every single piece of who I am. Yes, she knows the man I am. She forgives me when I and the devil don't. She loves me like Jesus. Always thought she'd get along. Wash her hand. I set out on a narrow way many years ago, hoping I would find true love along the broken road. But I got lost in time to wipe my brow, kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Every wrong street led me to where you are. Nothing's gonna broke my heart. They were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road, led me straight to you. Yes, indeed. I think about the years I spent just passing through. I'd like to have the time I've lost and give it back to you. Oh, but you just smile and take my place. Even when you greater plan that is coming true. Every long stream led me to where you are. Never to broke my heart. They were like northern stars, pointing me on my way.
We've gathered this afternoon to share with Angela and Ryan the most important event in their lives. We've been invited to witness and to celebrate with them as they join their lives together, as they promise to face the future together, as they pledge their undying love, devotion, and faithfulness to each other, as they enter into this, the highest of all human relationships, that of a husband and a wife. Ryan and Angela, what an exciting day it is for the two of you and for all of us who are here with you. The opening of a new chapter of a story, of a 9-year-old story. And I thought we would take just a moment to review a portion of that story, at least the opening pages. And when I asked Ryan and Angela how they met, these were the two answers that I got. One answer was, dirt bikes brought us together. The other answer was banking brought us together. So you decide which story belongs to who. But Ryan would go to the bank on Fridays to deposit his check, and he noticed that the teller there was quite cute. And throughout the time, the truth is Angela thought he was quite cute as well. The only problem was she had complete access to his whole financial world. And she'd always heard "Mary Ridge, not cute." Well, one year for Thanksgiving, Ryan had some surgeries done. Just something that you do at Thanksgiving. And while he was stuck at home, somewhat bored, he emailed his aunt just to say hi. In the closing email, he said, "Make sure that you tell all the tellers I said hi, but I understand there was only one teller at that branch." And then it began some emailing between the man who was all busted up at home and the teller at his bank. And the emails turned into phone calls, and then it turned into a first date. And if I recall what you told me, that the first date happened to be Ryan in a wheelchair watching a movie at home. And I thought, that is a great first date. Part of the reason it's a great first date is because 50 or 60 years from now, that'll be a repeat of the date this Ryan in a wheelchair watching a movie in the home. So at least you've got that started really well. One of the great appeals for Angela was that Ryan did have the handicap placard to put on the mirror, which would allow for some great parking spots no matter where they went. And early on, Ryan made it very clear. Wanted to be up front with Angela. And he said these words, "Motocross and dirt bikes are a huge part of my life. There are certain things that just have to be settled right up front." And Angela said, "Okay." And years later, she said, "I had no idea." But there was a 5-year long-term, long-distance courtship, Central Washington University and then on to Washington State University. That was at times difficult and trying, but it brought the two of you closer together. And Angela, during that time, you said that Ryan became your very best friend. And Ryan, one of the things that you said about Angela that you love is that she's an absolute trooper. Whether it's Hannigan Speedway or racing or surgeries or busted bones or a house that's torn up while you go out of state, that she's always there ready to continue on. And then a week before Christmas, there was this moment, and I believe you'd been welding all day. You came in from the day. It was just the two of you in trig and track. It was the 4 of you, just the family. And Ryan got down on one knee, and Angela, I think, said, "What took you so long?" But you don't want to rush into these things, Ryan. You've made that very, very clear that this is not an impulsive decision. This is something. But today, you receive a gift in the fact that you have become a husband, you become a wife. You receive a gift and a high calling and a great privilege as you enter into this chapter of your relationship. And Ryan and Angela, I want to say that the relationship that you have and the marriage that you started today, I believe is a gift from God. God loves you both very, very much. And He wants for you to have a solid, wonderful, wonderful life together. In fact, the whole idea of marriage is God's idea. When He created Adam, He said it's not good for the man to be alone. And so He created a spouse for him. And marriage is a very serious commitment. As we talked about, it's for all times, it's for all of your life. It's not an arrangement that you jump out of when times get tough, when things are difficult or feelings fade. It's a decision that you make and you sign with your life, and it should not be entered into lightly or unadvisedly. And you have it. You've taken time to think this through. I believe that you can have a marriage that will last, that will be an example for others, that as they look at the two of you, they'll say, I love what they have in their marriage. And I think that is not dependent on anybody else but the two of you. It has very little to do with external circumstances, with health or finances or any of that. It has to do with decisions that you make. A decision that you make today, but a decision that you will make repeatedly throughout your life. And I want to challenge you to every day make these decisions. The decision to love each other. Not in just some way that is shallow or superficial, but a love that is deep and is practical. In the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul talks about love, and he talks about the importance of it. He says, listen, if I have all the right words but don't have love, it doesn't really matter what I say. If I have all the right answers but don't have love, it doesn't matter that I'm right. And even if I sacrifice but don't have love, that's just not worth much. And then he gives a definition. And he says this: love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Now, I don't know if you heard any of that, but it's a great definition that it brings up these striving for. And I want to challenge you in your marriage and in your life to strive to outlove one another. The idea of a 50-50 love arrangement works really good on paper, but in real life it doesn't work out so well. So Ryan, I would challenge you to love Angela with everything that you've got, not just 50% of the relationship, with everything you've got. And Angela, I would challenge you to reciprocate that love and to love him back with everything, and to keep life in your marriage and in your relationship. That you would never become so familiar with each other that you take each other for granted. But that you keep the spark. That you would continue to smile, to invest in your marriage, to date, to text, to hold hands, to romance, to talk, to laugh. And Ryan, even if Angela thinks it's creepy, to wink. And to cherish and treasure each other as a gift from God. That every day, Ryan, when you wake up and you see this beautiful woman that has been entrusted to your care, that you would cherish her as a gift, that you would value her. And Angela, every day when you see this man who's been entrusted to your care, that you would cherish him as a gift to you. And that you would bring out the very best in each other. Because there will be a day, and I pray that it is many, many years from now, that you'll return to your mate. Ryan, may Angela be a better woman on that day because she was married to you. And Angela, may Ryan be a better man because he was married to you. To love each other, to keep the life in your marriage, and to bring out the very best in each other. So Ryan and Angela, if you have freely and deliberately chosen each other as partners in this holy union, and know of no reason why you should not be so united, will you face each other and join hands? Ryan, in taking the woman you now hold by the hands to be your lawfully wedded wife before God and these witnesses present, do you promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish her in that relationship, leaving all others and be unto her in all things a true and faithful husband, as long as you both shall live? Angela, taking the man you now hold by the hands to be your lawfully wedded husband before God and these witnesses present, do you promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish him in that relationship, leaving all others and be unto him in all things a true and faithful wife, as long as you both shall live? Both of you have just made very beautiful promises to each other. To ensure the sacredness of this moment, you will not just exchange a promise, but you will exchange vows. It's very rare in life that we take a vow. The vow is a very sacred thing. It covers all circumstances, all situations, and all conditions. They are sealed with your life. And Ryan and Angela, today before you exchange these vows, I want to remind you, in a world where so often contracts are broken and promises are not kept and words seem worthless, that today you're surrounded by family and friends, spouse, and God who all take you at your word. With that in mind, Ryan, would you repeat after me? I, Ryan, take you, Angela, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer for poor, in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, to love and to cherish, till death do us part. I, I, Angela,
I, Angela,
take you, Ryan,
take you, Ryan,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
She doesn't know both. In joy and in sorrow,
In joy and in sorrow,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
For today is a ceaseless reminder of this day and this hour, and these promises and these vows. You'll exchange a reminder. It is a symbol. Today you will be exchanging rings. And I want to remind you that the ring is symbolic of this covenant that you've entered into, this marriage that you've entered into. And I pray that as you wear these rings, that it will always remind you of the vows that you've exchanged. And I pray that the rings that you have will be the most valuable rings you ever wear. Not necessarily in monetary, but in what they symbolize, what they stand for, what they mean. The ancient Greeks believed that there was a vein that ran from the third finger on the left hand directly to the heart. They referred to that as the vena amoris, the vein of love. And that's why we put the wedding ring on that finger. Ryan, you have a beautiful, beautiful ring. For Angela, the rings that you have are made of very precious and valuable materials, beautiful diamonds. And Angela, as you see that diamond, and as you see the color, refract the color off of the light, may it be a reminder to you that there is someone whose life brings great color and beauty and value to your life. So Ryan, would you place that ring on her finger and repeat it for me? With this ring, I marry you.
I marry you.
With loyal love,
Loyal love,
I give to you.
I give to you.
And all my earthly possessions.
And all my earthly possessions.
With you I
Except my
share.
dirt bike.
Okay, get that. In the name of the Father, and the Son,
And the Son.
and the Holy Spirit. Ryan, the ring that Angela has chosen for you is 360 degrees. There's no end to that circle. And as you wear that, may it be a reminder to you of one whose love has no end. Will continue to love. Angela, would you place that on his finger and repeat after me? With this ring, I marry you. With loyal love,
With loyal love,
I give to you.
I give to you,
And all my earthly possessions,
and all my earthly possessions,
with you I share.
with you I share.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and the Son,
and the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
and the Holy Spirit.
Would you pray with me? Father, I thank you so much for Ryan and for Angela, for their lives, and for the love that they share. Lord, I'm thankful today for this gift of marriage, this union of their lives together, the two becoming one. And I thank you for the gift that you've given to them and the calling. And so, Father, I pray that you would go before them, that you would prepare the way, that you would bless them. God, I pray that you would give Ryan the grace and strength every day to be the man that you created him to be, the husband that Angela needs him to be. And if someday you were to bless them with children, the father that he needs to be. And Father, I pray each day that you would be with Angela, and that you would give her the grace and the strength she needs to be the woman that you created her to be, and the wife that Ryan needs her to be. And again, if you bless them with children, the mother that she needs to be. I pray that your blessing would go before them, would rest upon them, that their marriage would be strong, that their love and their friendship would increase with each passing year, and that their lives would be an example of two people who have spent years preparing for the rest of their lives together. We pray this in the powerful name of Jesus. Amen. For as much then as Ryan and Angela have covenanted together according to the teachings of the Scripture and the laws of the state, I, as a minister of the gospel, declare that they are husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Ryan, you may kiss your bride. very first time, Ryan and Angela Garr. Dismissed, and then you're free to go outside where there'll be a time of drinks and appetizers, and then you'll be instructed when to come back.
Sana.
Okay, good enough.
Yes.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and sign this and we'll make it official.
Make it official. Make it official. Can't get out of
right.
it now, boy.
There you
Choose a
go.
car.
Wait a minute. I get my dirt bike, right?
Done.
I get my dirt bike?
Nope. You said.
Community property state, bud.
backed out.
I said no dirt bike.
Pretty sure he put that in the vows.
Yeah.
The dirt bike.
I put it in there.
You know my dirt bike too. That was pretty funny.
It was.
Thank you very much. That was
That was amazing. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you so much.
All right, well,
Let's party.
that's it. We'll grab my thing on.
Probably eat right through chicken. Take a few strokes off my golf game. If I'd never known your name, I'd still be driving that old green Nova. I probably never would have heard of yoga. Be a better football fan. But if I was a single man, lonely out there, I'd be looking for a woman like you. I just say, yeah, that's right.